Oh, hello.
Hello, Lewis. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. It's been a roller coaster of a time since I've left the Big Brother house, but I really want to go back in, but unfortunately I can't.
You never know. Next week there could, not next week, next year there could be a task where they send old housemates in and you could be one of them.
Well, I would love to do that. I spoke to some of the Big Brothers and I was able to actually meet them after the live finale, and I was begging them if they can put me back in for a task next year. So fingers crossed they will.
Now, I know that you've from your Twitter, you still stay in contact with a lot of people from Big Brother, and you're planning a trip to Ireland with Mark.
That's correct, yeah. I had a great phone call. I was in Starbucks last night with my mum and dad, and Mark phoned me, and he wanted to arrange some details for Nick and I to go over and meet Mark and Jade in Dublin. So we are planning our trip, and we will be going over in the next few weeks.
That's going to be so incredible. And I also see that you're going to a lot of openings. I was looking at your Twitter. Was it a care home?
That's correct, yeah. Before I entered the house, I served as a director of a care home charity in Cardiff, and it was their summer fair this year, and it was a couple of days ago, so it was a great pleasure for me to attend and meet residents and meet the staff and support the care home.
Now, I mean, when you were on the show last week, it was all kind of new to you still because you just left the house and it was only a couple of days that we spoke. But it's been a week now, so how are you adjusting to it? Like walking down the street and obviously people recognising you and asking questions and, featuring in newspapers and stuff like that?
Well, it's very different because pre-Big Brother, I would walk down the street, not many people would recognise me at all. And being in Cardiff and being back in Wales, it's very different. A lot of people are recognising me. A lot of people are asking for selfies, and that's very humbling. And it's great that I can have a chance to chat to people about Big Brother and how they enjoyed the show, and any questions I can answer for them. It's very different, but it's fun.
And also this week, I noticed that Simon had a party with some of the Big Brother housemates. Did you attend?
I did not attend, unfortunately. Simon hosted a party in London a couple of days ago, and I was unable to attend, unfortunately, because I had a welcome home party in my village of Old St Mellons and Michaelston and Vedu, and I had a welcome home party that was organised by a few of the residents, and so I had to attend that. But it was unfortunate I missed Simon's sort of wrap party, but I hope that there will be more to come in the future.
I was quite intrigued because I saw Danny's tweet the following day, and that seemed a bit frosty. So I was going to hopefully get Danny on the show and see what that was all about.
Well, you'll have to get Danny on the show because I obviously can't comment for Danny, and neither can I comment for Simon. All I can comment on is my own conduct and my own behaviour. But not even I know what went on with Simon and Danny. And of course, if I did know, I would be delighted to tell you exclusively on your show.
Now, Joe, as always, you got your loyal fans that have got some questions for you. First of all, is it your mum that's called Suzanne?
Yes, my mum is called
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
She's absolutely lovely. I always see her tweets, and she's always supportive of you and always had your back. And she looked amazing when she was on the TV back in your corner.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, my mother has been very supportive, and according to a few newspapers and online sites, my mother is favourite to go in next year. I don't think that's going to be happening, though. One family member in the Big Brother house is enough, I think.
I think we should do it. Get Suzanne in. We'll sort a little...
Oh, no.
Now, so we'll get to the questions for you. Let's have a quick look for you. First of all, she's called Trisha H. Tops, and she said, you did all the Conservatives and us Tory voters proud in Big Brother. You're an asset to the party. That was a nice one to start with. Thank you
very much, Trisha. And I think it's very interesting being in the Big Brother house because, you don't know what you're going to say. You might slip up. And to come out of the Big Brother house and have the support of so many supporters is great. And to have Trisha's support is also very great. So thank you, Trisha.
And also, we had another one now. This is coming from Paige. She says, I'm loving Joel's new dressing gown. Any particular reason why the new one?
Well, thank you, Paige. Yeah, I was in town in Cardiff with a few friends a couple of days ago, and I was passing the white store, and I noticed that Nick, of course, has a white dressing gown from that shop. And you know what? They were half price. They were reduced from £60 to $29.95, so I couldn't resist. So I bought one, and yes, for the first time in my life, I have copied someone. So I copied Nick and bought the same dressing gown as him.
We had another one from Katie. She said, can you ask Joe if he will accept my offer of taking him on a pizza date?
Oh, well, thank you, Katie. I love pizza, as you know, but, coming out of the Big Brother house, I've sort of gone off pizza a little bit. I've had loads of pizzas in the last week. I think Domino's revenue has just shot up through the ceiling. But, why not in the future, maybe?
And a question from Yasmin, I like this one. She says, which celebrity would you have liked to make an appearance in the Big Brother house for a whole day? So when you were in there, what one celebrity would you have liked to spend the day with?
I mean, that's a very interesting question, Yasmin. There are so many great celebrities who could come on to Big Brother. Perhaps a politician would be great to come into the Big Brother house. Mr. Cameron, our Prime Minister, that would be amazing for Mr. Cameron to actually say he set foot in the Big Brother house. Although that wouldn't really be fair on the other housemates because I'd be hogging him and wanting to talk to him myself. But Mr. Cameron would definitely be an amazing housemate, I'm sure.
What celebrity wouldn't you have liked in there? So say in politics, if there's someone that you just wouldn't want to be in there with you.
Oh, that's a very tough question.
That's from me.
That's from you. Well, I knew that came from you. So that's a tough question. Well, I mean, obviously I'm a political animal and I love politics. So if I was to not want a politician in the house, it would probably be someone who's maybe already been in the house. Maybe Mr. Galloway.
That was who I was thinking.
Mr. Galloway, actually. I would choose George Galloway. Before I went into the Big Brother house, actually, George Galloway blocked me on Twitter.
He's blocked me as well.
Well,
yeah.
That's a good answer then, Lewis.
I can screenshot it and send it to you later.
Well, that would be great, because I screenshotted it and put it on my own Twitter. But George Galloway, definitely. I think the nation have seen enough of a person walking around like a cat when Mr. Galloway was on himself, or in the Big Brother house himself, rather.
What other one have we got here? Eleanor just says, Joel, you are my housemate.
Well, thank you.
Oh, no, not housemate, soulmate, sorry.
Soulmate, oh, wow. Well, thank you. And being in the Big Brother house is very special. And, to have people who are very supportive of you is also very humbling. And, once again, I'm just extremely thankful that people were actually picking up their phones and voting for me to win. And thank you, Eleanor, for all your support. And thank you for saying that we're soulmates.
Now, we got another one from Fenella, and now this one I absolutely love. This is a brilliant question. It's a snog, marry, avoid one.
Okay.
So, your three options are Nick, Christian, and Jack.
Right, so I'm going to have to snog one, I'm going to have to marry one, I'm going to have to avoid one.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very difficult question. And, I'm not going to answer it because it's a good question, but I would rather answer a question maybe if it was snog, marry, avoid Chloe, Jade, or Sam, or Harry, maybe. Christian, Nick, and Jack are all good friends of mine, and I would hate to offend one of them by saying I'd avoid one of them. So I'm not going to answer that.
So how about the girls you just named? Could you do one for that?
Well, who would I marry? You know what? I would probably marry Chloe. She's a very genuine girl, and she's a worthy winner of Big Brother 2015. If I had to snog one housemate, it would probably be Harry. And if I had to avoid a housemate, it would probably be Sam, because I love Sam, and hashtag loving life is a great saying, but I think it would get on my nerves if I was with Sam 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
This is the weird one. It's the same one that said you're her soulmate. She just tweeted in just a second ago saying, Joe, I really need a job. Please, can I work for you?
Oh, right. Well, unfortunately, there are no positions in the Joel Williams household at the moment. But thank you very much for your question. Is it from Eleanor again?
That is, yeah.
Well, thank you, Eleanor, for your question. I'm sure if I do have a job coming up, I will definitely tweet it, and I'm sure you can get in touch with me over Twitter.
Now, since we've been on air, Tom Gardner has put a hashtag saying, get Suzanne in for the Big Brother house.
Right. Well, my mum is a very busy lady, and I think my mum is great doing things like bots and actually commenting on what goes on in the house. So I'm sure my mum needs to stick to that. And I'm sure my mum will find Big Brother maybe, I don't know, a little bit boring maybe, because my mum's a very busy lady and she has an awful lot in her personal life and a job as well. So, 10 weeks in the Big Brother house, I don't think her head teacher would give her the time off.
Since we've been on air, I've just tweeted you, by the way, to prove that I've been blocked by George.
Right, well, let me have a little look on Twitter now, Lewis, and I'll see. So you have actually been blocked by George Galloway?
I have. He blocked me on Twitter I can't remember what I said something, and he blocked me on Twitter, but I've also been blocked by some others. Frankie, the comedian with ginger hair. Forgot his name.
Okay.
Frankie Boyle. He's blocked me on Twitter. Not nice, but yeah. So, Joel, thank you for coming on the show again. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and as always, for answering your fans' questions. But I seen that you became a landlord last week.
A landlord?
Is you behind the bar pulling a pint?
Yes, well, in my local pub, the Kevin Mavley Arms, which is in Michaelston of Edu, where I had my welcome home party that was organised by the amazing pub landlord Vic. He told me to get behind the bar for a photo opportunity. I haven't become a landlord, but maybe in the future one day. But it was an amazing party, and it was great that over 200 people attended. We are only a small village, and it was great to have so many people attend.
You've tweeted me back.
I've just tweeted you back.
I love that. Rianda says, how many questions have you been asked involving pizza?
How many questions have I been asked involving pizza? Quite a few. I think everyone in Cardiff and most of Wales found it very funny, actually. It was a regret of mine, and thankfully Big Brother didn't take it off the prize fund. They actually added it back on. But at the time, it did look awful, and, I'll be the first one to admit that.
Another one just come in from Tom. He said, I love your singing voice, Joel. Would you ever consider doing X Factor or Britain's Got Talent?
Would I ever consider doing X Factor or Britain's Got Talent? Well, I don't really think it's the thing for me. I love politics, and I think politics is part of having maybe a good voice and a good speaking voice. But, I do like singing as well, and probably that's a secret of mine that I like doing. And I didn't realise that they would air it in the Big Brother house because the executives told me they didn't air commercial music. So they sort of pulled the wool over my eyes then. But, oh, well, it's out now there, isn't it?
And Sarah has just got one in saying, can you ask him, is he still planning to come to the south of France?
Well, that's a very good question, Sarah. I have just booked my flight to go to the Dordogne in France, and I will be flying over there a week Thursday, I believe, and I'll be flying for 4 days, a quick fly-in visit for 4 days in France, where I'll be staying with my family, and then I'll be returning back to Wales, back to Cardiff, and hopefully do some work.
I think you're going to like the next question. It's just come in from Katie. She said, Joel, you have great style. Who would you say is the most stylish celebrity?
I have great style, but who is the most stylish celebrity? That's a very good question, and obviously I'm a very patriotic person, and I'm a royalist, and I think Her Majesty the Queen has amazing style, and Her Majesty is very elegant, and I think Her Majesty is the most stylish celebrity.
I like that.
From Wales, I would have to say Sir Tom Jones, who's got an awful lot of style. So those would be my two picks.
Also, just the last question come in now. It's from Amelia. She said, ask Joel, with you, so would me and you go into the jungle in November? Well, I certainly wouldn't, one, because I'm not famous and they wouldn't ask me, but would you go in the jungle, Joel, if you were ever approached?
Well, thanks for your question, Amelia, and I have always said I'm a celebrity I'm a huge fan of. Would I go into the jungle? Yes, I would. Of course I would. Would I be entertaining? You know what, I probably would, because I am very squirmish. I get scared a lot. I don't like bugs. I don't like eating things. I don't like putting things in my mouth. So you know what, I think they probably would maybe stick me in there. I don't know. It would be scary. But you know what, I probably would do it for a laugh. I
think you'd be brilliant on that. And another one just come in from Christina. What is your favourite drink?
Well, thank you, Christina. I am drinking currently, as we speak, some still tap water with 2 slices of lemon, wax lemon, and that's keeping me on the straight and narrow while I'm talking to you, Lewis. Thank you, Christina, for your question.
There we go. To play you out now, I think it's appropriate. I'm going to play Tom Jones with Sex Bomb.
Oh, wow.
Because loads of people are always saying you're a style icon and they love you, so I thought that's appropriate. A legend of Wales and an appropriate song.
Well, thank you very much.
And thank you for joining me on the show.
And thank you for having me. I'd love to come back soon.
Brilliant. You definitely, that'll be definitely going to keep in contact. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Lewis.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.